What's going on, Schmoedown fans? Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Schmoedown. I'm Star Wars competitor Andrew Dimalanta.
And I'm Nicki Dimalanta.
The lips just kept moving without the brain giving the message to the mouth.
Wow. Well, we got through it.
Anyways, another short episode because we only have one match to talk about this week, and I don't think there's anything else that happened in the Schmoedown realm. And nothing, no announcements, no nothing before we get into the match.
I don't think so. I mean, I'm sure there might be some stuff we're missing, like smaller side things we're missing here and there, but
yeah,
I don't think there's anything
Major.
large.
Yeah, I mean, we're creeping closer and closer to spectacular, and there's very little things that you can announce.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the undercard. When did they already did the undercard too? That's right. So
Never mind.
Don't listen to me. So yeah, only one match, and we're getting into the I almost said Star Wars tournament again. Mouth moving, brain not relaying the message to the teams tournament. But before we get into the official tournament, we have to go through this plan
between the Witching Power versus the Misfits.
Two brand new rookie, quote unquote rookie teams, not rookie competitors, but rookie teams, never played together. I said that the Witching Power is a sneaky good team. Because the way that Perry played in the tournament and Haley has played in a number one contender match in singles against Ethan Irwin. So I think people kind of forget that. So it's like, oh, this could be a sneaky good team. Keep your eye out for them. And then on the opposite side of that,
so the Witching Power is the Mercs, and it's of course Perry Nemiroff and Haley Fouch. The Misfits, on the other hand, are from the Dungeon, and it's Eric Z-Man Zipper and Adam the Razor Wit.
Still on his, Zipper is, I think, not a shoo-in for Comeback Player of the Year, but he is at least a candidate.
I think so.
For a Comeback Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Because I said before, when he got knocked out of the singles tournament, it's like, just play for yourself right now, because obviously, mathematically, the Dungeon's not doing anything. They're eliminated from winning the whole shebang. So at this point, they're just playing like not upset, but like they're playing to keep points out of other people's hands.
Yeah.
At this point, so because there's no way they can come back from where they are right now.
I don't think so.
Right now, so I was like, Zipper, just play for yourself, just show them what you can do, and then it's just your resume for next year. Like, okay, this is what This is what I show you I can do. I can play in 3 different divisions.
And either make your bid to get onto a different team next year, or just make your bid to be like, nah, missed your shot. I'm staying with the Dungeon.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Adam Witt is a peculiar competitor because it's like, didn't compete in singles. I don't believe so.
Not the tournament.
Not in the tournament. Not in any other matches this year. But he was mainly their Star Wars guy.
Yeah.
And went 0-2 this season. I know how that feels.
Yeah. I've never heard those numbers put together before.
Yeah. Never heard of that. But let's go ahead and just get into the match. Unless you want, there's like something you wanted to say about these teams going in. Like,
not really. I didn't really have a pick going in. I did agree that Perry and Haley could probably be sneaky. But we have seen a dramatic improvement in Zipper's game.
Adam
we
is
haven't
kind of like
seen Adam since Star Wars, so who knows?
Bit of the wild card here.
Yeah.
It's like, how's he going to compete? And we've seen him compete in the teams division before with
Paul Preston.
The movie guys. Yeah, Paul Preston. So
yeah.
So
but it's been a while.
It's been a while. Yeah.
So round 1, the first question. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the Misfits came out. The Misfits had like a
Mad
Max type of intro. They had like masks and all that kind of stuff. So that was fun. And the first question, coincidentally, was about Mad Max. So that was fun.
I was hoping you took a note of that. I was like, that's ironic.
And also, this match must have been, obviously, must have been filmed a decent bit ago.
Yes, yeah.
Because then there was a question about Sean Connery, and I was like, oh no one said R.I.P.
Yeah.
But, I guess it was just pure coincidence that there was a Sean Connery question, and R.I.P.
Yes.
007, you are missed. Perry and Zipper both missed a question about Far and Away. Adam missed a question about Love Actually.
Love Actually. I was like, what?
And Haley missed the question about Congo.
Yeah.
So by the end of round 1, it was 13-14 in favor of the Misfits.
No perfect rounds. Haley was playing really good. Adam was playing surprisingly good too.
Yeah, Adam only missed the one question. And Haley only missed the one question. Zipper only missed one question. Perry missed 2. So yeah, everybody's doing decent, very well.
It's an even match so far in round 1.
Yeah,
but
only
then
1 point difference.
And then we get into the second round.
The second round was like where a lot of stuff went down. Well, no. Well, round 3 was where the most went down, but round 2 is where it started to warm up.
Yeah.
So round 2, the Witching Power goes first. They spin disaster films first, and then they decide to spin away. They get Kurt Russell. Didn't go as planned.
Yeah, and they said so much in their post-match. It was like, this is the one category they just didn't want to get.
Yeah,
and
what are
like,
the chances?
And hindsight's 2020. It's like, we should have stuck with disaster film. Because I made the mistakes like, Perry did well in disaster films. Like, no, she got...
Well, if I remember correctly, you talked about her match against Mike Kalinowski.
I could be wrong.
I would have sworn she got monster
She
movies.
did, but there's another match where somebody got disaster films. I'm like, wow, and they did surprisingly well in that. I feel
like you're right.
I think it might be Perry against Mark Riley. Was that what it was?
No, maybe you're right.
There is a match.
I don't know why I'm thinking Ethan Irwin, but actually now that you're saying it,
actually it was. I think it was Ethan.
Was it?
I think it was. I don't know. I don't know. It's just so many. Who knows? Ask Frankie. But yes, somebody in the singles tournament got disaster. I'm leaning towards Ethan. Got disaster films. He's like, why not?
And it went well.
And it went really well for them. So,
but I can't blame them. I'd spin away too. Yeah. But they got Kurt Russell. So what are there? 6 questions in round 2?
Yes, for the teams.
Well, they went to multiple choice 5 times. They got 1 right. Missed the other 4 multiple choices. On all 4 of those multiple choices got stolen. So that was 4 points stolen from Witching Power by the Misfits. So the Misfits come in. Witching Power ends their round. Not great. Misfits haven't even gone, and they're up. So not great. And the Misfits come in, and they kind of have that discussion. They spin directors.
Yeah.
Kaiser said that he wasn't crazy about it, but both of the guys, both Adam and Eric, were like, "I'm down with this."
Yeah,
and they kind of said something about, we kind of let on that they were feeling like, okay, well, we could probably play this safe, if we have to.
Yeah.
And boy, did they.
Yeah, not feeling 100% about it, but like we're comfortable enough with directors, but we have this padded lead now.
Yeah.
We can take less risks in this round.
Hindsight's always 20/20.
Yes.
But I feel like, I don't know, maybe they played it a little bit too safe. But hindsight's always 20/20. It's real easy to say that on from the couch and after it's all said and done.
Yeah.
Anyways, the spin directors on their first spin decide to keep it. They go to multiple choice 4 out of 6 times.
Yeah.
They missed, they got 2 of them right. They missed the other 2. 1 was stolen, 1 was not. So, by the end of round 2, 17-24 in favor of the Misfits. They still got a nice lead.
Yeah, and just speak to the fact of like they played it safe, and it's like I'm not gonna hold it against them.
Yeah.
But there were a couple of times where it was like I'm sure it's this, but I want to be absolutely sure.
Right.
And usually when I say that about a competitor, it's like, yo, you're playing smart. In this case, like, I mean, you have this lead, and I'm probably like
3 more points, they could have probably knocked him out.
Yeah, and it was just like there are times when you can play it safe and it's great, but like sometimes you got to take that risk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I might be contradicting myself in past episodes, but it's like, come on, take the risk sometimes.
Yeah.
And again, hindsight is 20/20. Taking a risk on a couple of those questions where they got it right, they could have gotten 4 points out of it, because there was 2 multiple choices they went to
that they got right. That they could have gotten full points for.
Exactly.
Which would have knocked him out. Yeah. Well, yeah, it would have knocked him out.
It would have knocked him out.
And now that I say the score, it actually didn't hurt them in that moment to play safe. So I'm going to go back on what I said. They actually didn't play it too safe. I forgot that they had that much of a lead going into round 3.
Yeah.
So it really didn't hurt them to play the way they did.
Yeah.
Because you assume round 3 was going to go a little different.
Yeah.
So with that being said, 17-24 in favor of the Misfits, heading to round 3. So let's see how this turns out.
Yeah, this is crazy things happen in the Schmoedown. This is one of those things.
This is one of those things.
One of those matches where it's like, wow, I thought it was going to go one way, and it's just...
Yeah.
Who would have thought it would end like this?
So 2-pointer for the Witching Power. They get comedy. They decide Perry's going to take it. Who plays Harry Dunn in Dumb and Dumber? Got it. 3-pointer for witching power. Leo DiCaprio obviously goes to Haley. In Titanic, who plays Rose's fiance, Cal Hockley?
And I don't know why I had this moment. I'm like, oh yeah, it's the guy that plays the mummy, right?
I'm like, I don't think so.
No, what? We looked at him like, wow, I was completely wrong. It's a completely different person.
Yeah.
I have no idea why I thought that.
They don't even look close. Like they don't even.
I don't
not even
know
close.
why. I don't know.
I don't know. You're talking the bald guy from the Mummy, the mummy guy.
Yeah, the guy that plays the mummy. I have no idea. It's like, yeah, it's that guy, right?
Yeah.
No, the guy that actually played him was the answer to the question was
Billy Zane or something like that.
Yeah, Billy Zane, and again, I could be doing this to myself again, being stupid, going, yes, the guy that was in The Spirit and a bunch of other films.
I don't know what The Spirit is.
It's the comic book movie, The Spirit. Wears the purple suit. I think Mike Kalinske really loves this movie.
It's a comic book movie?
It's a comic book movie.
I think you literally just said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Doesn't even ring a bell.
Yeah, but I
You
could
said
be wrong.
The Spirit, and it made me think of Spirited Away, but that's not comic book movies. That's like a Ghibli, Studio Ghibli thing, right? No.
No.
Maybe? No.
No.
Oh, no.
You're thinking, no.
Isn't it kind of like Totoro?
Yes, it's the same director.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Princess Mononoke?
Mm-hmm. Come on.
Do you know it?
I know it, but his name is escaping my head right now.
I don't know. It's going to take me too long.
Write in the comments, people.
I thought it was Studio Ghibli.
No, I think that is, I think you're claymations that you're thinking of.
My Neighbor Totoro. 1988 film?
Mm-hmm.
What? Oh, Hayao Miyazaki.
Miyazaki, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that sounds very familiar.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I just absolutely. Okay. I just navigated away from my notes. Okay, so coming back.
Sorry, tangents.
Yeah, Haley got it. 5-pointer for the witching power. 1990s. What singer makes a cameo appearance in the playing scene in The Wedding Singer? And they were like,
they got this really quick.
They were like, duh, it's Billy Idol, right?
Yeah, and the Schmoedown fans scream for the heavens. That's such an easy question.
Easy.
I didn't know it. I mean, I've seen Wedding Singer once, but it's like,
I'm not sure I've ever seen the entirety of that movie.
It's a good movie. I mean, I don't like it as much as most people do, but it's still a good movie.
Is it the same thing that Adam Sandler always does, where he kind of talks like this all the time?
No, it's actually different, I think. I haven't seen it in so long. It's him and Drew Barrymore.
Oh.
I don't know. My favorite Drew Barrymore Adam Sandler movie
50 First Dates.
Yes, thank you.
I knew that. Yeah, that was a cute movie.
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
Amnesia.
Mahalo, bro. And no, she has short-term memory loss.
Oh, man.
Or she doesn't retain her short-term memory.
Yeah.
Yeah. So her slate gets wiped clean every night. It's a cute movie. I really like it. But they avoid the TKO. This is like Christian always uses that thing. So he avoids TKO after like a 3-point lead. It's like
this is for certain avoiding a TKO.
Yeah, it's like you have to hit every single one to avoid the knockout.
Yeah.
So it's like that's when I did. Yeah, there's sometimes like we said, they're buzzwords that people are using, and like there's certain things that I think Christian and them are using. It's like
avoiding the TKO.
Avoiding the TKO. It's like
when are you winning like a 2 or 3 point deficit?
Yeah, it's like.
Going in 17-24, that seems like you were in a little bit of trouble. So they got their 2, their 3, their 5. Mm-hmm. So 2 point for the Misfits. Martin Scorsese, Mr. MCU himself. Adam takes it. Who plays Naomi, the second wife of Leonardo DiCaprio in Wolf of Wall Street?
This one hurt to watch.
Yeah.
This third round for the Misfits was like
it was rough.
It was so rough
because but. Then again, after, I think he used a repeat, and then I think after they said the answer, he was like, I couldn't think of her name. Yeah. So it's not like he was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Never seen
he knows the actress.
He knew it. Just was blanking on her name.
Yeah, couldn't pull her name. And
which happens.
It happened again. This also happened in the first round, I believe, or something like that. Where he's like, I know it. I just can't really pull it right now.
Yeah.
I think it was in the first round.
Oh, no.
And I think it was another actor name.
Oh, no.
I don't know. But, like, it's just like the second time it happened in the match. I was like, oh, well. I guess it just fell out of my head.
Yeah, which sucks because I feel like that was definitely a 2-pointer is the way I'll phrase that. Yeah. But, sometimes it falls out of your brain. It could be a 1-pointer.
Yeah.
And it might fall out of your brain. It happens to the best of them.
Yeah, it does.
3-pointer for the Misfits.
Sometimes you miss on a technicality, like forgetting to write to 1 or something like that.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Yup.
Yep.
3-pointer for the Misfits. I could go on forever. New releases. Eric Zipper takes it. Which 2020 film stars Issa Rae and Lakeith Stanfield? The whole thing. He missed it. I don't know what the answer was, but he missed it.
Yeah, and that was a bigger miss than not. You know what I mean? It's like missing a more important miss. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Than missing the two. The two is like, okay, cool. I mean, we could have gotten, the two, then one on the three, but now it's like the three was counting on and gets at least overtime. So it's like,
yeah.
They could still one up their 5, but it's like, well, if you hit the 3, then you at least secure overtime. So in case you hit that ridiculous 5-pointer that you just can't pull.
That's what I was saying at the end. I'm like, oh, this 3 doesn't really even matter because it's all dependent on the 5.
Yeah.
But Andrew was like, yeah, no, actually, if they'd gotten the 3, they could have at least tied.
Yeah, and
that just hurts even more.
And you don't want to leave anything to chance. Like we said, anything happens in the Schmoedown, and crazy things. This match is total proof that anything can happen. You hit the 3, at least secure that you still live if you miss your 5.
Yeah.
And there's just another unfortunate event that Zipper didn't know it.
Yeah.
So it's just really unfortunate. It always sucks to see players just crumble in the 3rd round.
Especially when they had such a commanding
lead. Yeah.
But there's still one question left.
Let's
see how they did.
See how that happens.
5-pointer for the Misfits. Crime movies.
Rough category.
Pablo Schreiber, O'Shea Jackson Jr., 50 Cent.
50 Cent.
I almost said 50, but I was like...
I remember...
50?
I remember somebody having this argument, and 50 was like, no, it's 50, not 50.
Really?
Yeah, it's...
50 cents.
He's not 50 Cent.
50 cents.
It's like whenever he says it, or rappers will talk amongst each other, they're talking about it. Yeah, 50. Like I'm pretty sure you're supposed to pronounce it 50 Cent. And he had this conversation. I remember listening to the radio or somebody, and he was talking to him. He was like, "Yeah, it's 50.
50
Cent.
F-I.
I could be wrong.
Would you spell it F-I-T-T-Y or F-I-D-D-Y?
I don't know. I don't know why I'm running my mouth.
Fitty mouth. Fitty. 50 Cent.
I'm pretty sure. I heard this somewhere, and it's like it's 50, not 50. I don't know. I don't know why I brought that up. Anyway,
I almost said 50. Maybe I should have.
I don't know.
Let's rewind.
I don't know. I've heard it both ways. I just heard somewhere that it's supposed to be 50.
Let's edit it so I don't sound like an idiot. 50 Cent and Cooper Andrews have roles in what recent crime film? And I want to say it was a 2018 film. I think it was Den of Thieves.
Yes.
Not that I knew that. I looked it up.
Like you always do with these 5-pointers.
Well, not always. Like I'll Google it if it's Googleable.
Yeah.
And if I know that if they got all 3 of their JTEs and they're looking like they're going to use them all, then I'm like,
I gotta know now.
Let's try. I gotta know once it comes out of their face if they're gonna get around or not. I don't do it every single time, but sometimes I do. And this was one of those times. So I think I Googled Pablo Schreiber and 50. And it just kind of worked out.
Yeah.
And I found the answer. And I think it was Den of Thieves.
Yeah, it was.
So with that,
oh my God,
24-27, Witching Power just, squeaks by.
God, they escape with a win.
Escape
to get into the tournament. And this, way to put it. And again, it wouldn't have mattered really for points standing wise if the dungeon would have won this one. It's just keeping the Mercs from getting points.
Yep.
Now the Mercs get points. And this is the last that we get to see the dungeon of the season.
The last we get to see the dungeon, It means the Mercs get points. It means the Mercs still have a team in the running, and they also hold the belts. So it just you got all these Mercs running around.
Yeah.
So you're keeping them alive. There's still the possibility they could go up against Shazam. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you kind of want to eliminate the team that's already got the belts. Just to keep it. Keep yourself from having another. Same faction battle at the end.
Yeah. And like I said, I thought the Witching Power was the team to look out for. And it's like, oh, that second round, maybe I was wrong. And
yeah, everyone has bad days. Yeah. Who knows? It was also their first time playing together. Mm-hmm. So,
Hey, my little sneaky team is still alive. And as far as Zipper and Wit goes, Wit is winless this season. Not just in Star Wars, but in everything he's competed in.
Yeah, well, I mean, isn't it just those 2 Star Wars matches in this one match? Yeah.
And he's gone winless.
Yeah, it's rough.
It's rough to do that across 2 divisions. And then as far as Zipper goes, I mean, I still have him as comeback player of the year, at least a nomination.
I think so too.
And
a nomination at least.
Yeah, and who knows where these 2 end up, because Kaiser has to be doing a little bit of scouting now that he has nothing to do.
Well, yeah, now that he's out of it, Kevin Smets is. Yeah. It's kind of uncertain what his place will be in the next season.
Yeah.
So Kaiser's gonna have to wonder who is he gonna protect or sign or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
he's in a very rough situation because who does he keep? He's obviously got to keep Parker.
He's gonna keep Parker. I think he's probably gonna keep Zipper.
And then maybe he rolls out on Witt again.
As a cross division competitor, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But who's to say? Who's to say that somebody picks up Zipper is like, hey, I know, I see what you did this season. I want to offer you a slot on like a quote unquote better team.
I want to take you to the next level.
After this showing this season, does anybody want to play for Kaiser?
He's in a tough position.
He's in a very tough position.
It makes me feel sad that that's a reality.
Yeah.
That people could look at him like that.
Yeah.
Because he obviously, last season,
yeah,
he did fantastic. This season, I don't think it's necessarily that people... people are probably going to be like, wow, what a joke. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. I don't think it's a thing of him not being a good manager or not knowing what he's doing. I think he just took a big roll of the dice.
Yeah.
And it didn't work out for him. Maybe next season he'll play a little bit, closer to the chest. Who knows? So I feel like I hope Kaiser's reputation as a manager. It's only his second season.
Yeah, and
last season he did great.
Yeah.
He managed one or two people to a championship, right? Paul
and Kevin.
Yeah. So there you go. 2 people to a championship. One of them being a rookie. Well,
yeah,
both of them.
Both of them rookies.
Both of them rookies.
2 rookies to the title.
And that's a pretty nice accolade to have on your report card. So I just don't think that this one season of him taking a weird risk and a huge risk should make him all of a sudden like, I don't want to play for the dungeon.
Yeah, and I think
unless he does the same kind of thing next year.
I think this is a learning season for him.
Yeah.
And I think don't look, and people are always going to do this. A lot of fans and people look at what you didn't do as opposed to what you did do.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it was a season ago, brought 2 rookies to a title. Look what he did with Zipper this season. Zipper's vastly improved.
Exactly.
So don't focus on what didn't happen. Focus on what did happen.
Yeah.
And try to push that onto other competitors. Like, hey, you want to come to the dungeon because this is what I can do for you. Because a lot of his strategy this season was banking on IG.
Yeah.
And that didn't go so well. And now, especially now with Kevin, I don't think Kevin's playing next season, just because of the circumstances.
Exactly.
Because he said that he's gonna be out for 9 months.
Yeah.
And
and you also can't expect him after what he's going through to be like,
all right,
I mean, who
back
knows?
Into it.
Maybe he will, but the man's going to be exhausted.
Yeah.
In so many different ways. I highly doubt he's going to complete a treatment and be like, all right, let me get back in the ring right now.
Yeah. So I imagine we won't see Kevin until season 9.
Yeah.
I would venture to just take time for you, focus on you, and then we'll see you back in season 9.
And he'll probably come back with a vengeance.
He'll probably just need two matches, two IG wins, and then go for the title.
Dust off.
And he said that he wants to play in all 4 divisions. Yeah. Whew. So
that's
I
scary.
mean, so where does Kaiser go? Obviously, I think his 3 is gonna have to be Parker, Zipper, Witt.
Probably.
Unless he wants to spin his wheels somewhere else. In one or 2 divisions.
Yeah.
Because your utility guy is Zipper. Your specialty guy is Parker. And then
you've got a cross-trained guy in Witt.
Who
can play in 3 different divisions.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a scrappy little team.
It is, but it's based on what we've seen from them this season, it's are they ready to take that? Parker obviously is probably the one closest to contending for a title. It's just he ran in some bad luck in the tournament.
And it's also his rookie season.
Yeah, exactly.
So we got to give the guy a break.
So
there was so much pressure put on him. And like Kaiser, it just kind of sucks if people dismiss him.
Yeah,
because
they
built him up to be this larger-than-life IG presence. And then he doesn't do like people projected him to do, and all of a sudden it's like, well, whatever.
Yeah.
He's not that good anyway.
Yeah.
Look what happened.
Yeah, and
hopefully that doesn't happen to him.
I would imagine that we're not going to see that kind of a performance out of Parker the next season, because we say it before, every competitor has that just one match that they wish they could go to get different, and the one against Chance was the one that just didn't go his way.
Not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
When, yeah, exactly. And where was I going with that? But yeah, I think that in Kaiser's case, it's just they say it's another analogy in sports. It's the sophomore slump. You do great in your rookie season, and then you hit some speed bumps in your second season. Then you that's your learning season.
Yeah.
And you come back in the next season and you go all the way to the Super Bowl. So time will tell what happens with them. So I think Kaiser just got a lot of time in his hands to do some homework. Because maybe he signs those 3 and then picks up players in the draft, and now he doesn't focus so much on IG. But we'll see with that. But as far as the Wishing Power, they actually get a spot in the tournament, and they're going up against the former champions in the Founding Fathers. That's a tall task. And if they play the way they played in this match, I don't know. Especially with Roka trying to go back get that title again, and Merle as well.
You got 2 guys that are fresh off of having not fresh off of, but close enough to being fresh, having the belts taken off of them. You know, it was not too long ago that it happened. I'm sure that it's still a fire under them. And then you probably got Dan Merle, who's looking at Adam Collins like, I'm gonna be prepared. So. It's going to be a tall order for the Witching Power. We've seen stranger things happen, so there's absolutely you should not be like, it's over.
Yeah, just
you never know.
Look at this match alone. They admitted they went into the third like, well,
round 2. Oh my god.
Yeah.
After the Witching Power went in round 2, Misfits hadn't even gone, and I bet people were like, it's over. It's over.
Yeah.
So you can never say that, especially not this season. So I look forward to seeing it.
Oh, I do.
And
we're not going to get picks, but we know who we're cheering for because faction and and as far as the Founding Fathers go, like we need them to go far. Yeah. Because God, corruption has such a lead now.
Corruption's running away.
And like people are like, I'll see like Finstock Exchange had a great lead, and you said, well, it's like no, because now we're nearing the season's end. Now we really need everything.
Now it is crunch time.
Yeah.
Back then it was like, well, there's a whole lot of season left to go.
Let's see what happens.
One more tournament, and then it's basically just spectacular.
Yeah.
So at this point it's crunch time.
Yeah, and because as far as the exchange goes, we only have the title match with Merle. As far as our faction goes, if we can get the Founding Fathers into spectacular, that's another opportunity. Yeah. For another spectacular match. Yeah. So, and Merle is going to have to compete twice.
Well.
So.
That would be a nice problem, a good problem to have.
Yeah, it'd be a good problem to have. But, we need every single point now. Every single point, every match completely matters now. Because, like we said, the dungeon, it was just basically like, let's keep people from getting points. Yeah. Now it's like, no, we need all the points we can get. Anything else before we wrap it up here?
I don't think so, but I'm pretty sure that's the only match this week. Next week, I should have looked this up.
It should be the play-in, right? Or is it? No, it shouldn't be the play-in because they just played. It should.
There's only one play-in, right?
Yeah, there's only one play. It should be on the right side of the bracket.
Yes, I believe you're right. Hold on, everybody, just pulling up my schedule here. We got Misfits Witching Power. Then next week,
or this week, we should say, because this week's match.
Oh yeah. Whoops, time. Wow, that hurt my brain.
Yeah, because this airs on Monday, even though we're recording this on a Wednesday.
Oh boy. So we're gonna be getting Odd Couple versus of the Rockstars versus Category 9 of the Burning Druids. Category 9, of course, is Jada Paramo and Brandon Hanna.
Yeah,
we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, I'm really interested in seeing this team.
Jader too, for that matter.
Yeah, because Jader did fairly well in the tournament.
Yeah.
Hannah did all right in the IG tournament.
Yeah,
he did all right. But like this is his debut outside of the IG.
Is it?
Yeah, he's hasn't competed in singles. It's the first time in teams, so this is
spicy.
gonna be interesting to see. And they go up against
Odd Couple.
What a team! And Jeff coming off of that, it was a loss, but he made it all the way to the finals in the singles tournament.
Yeah, to come that close.
Upset Ethan Irwin, to get there. So we'll see. And Odd Couple, it like on their own, and Andrenko and Snyder, I've said it before, they're kind of, which one are we going to get? But like Jeff, again, was playing really good. And Draco hit a couple bumps here and there, but together they're just like, woo, man.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they're no one to mess with. They're no joke in the teams tournament.
No. Yeah.
So, another tall order.
Yeah.
As far as the brand new Category 9 team goes.
Yeah.
And then Friday the 13th is a big day, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
We've got, not only do we have Deception of Corruption versus the Lethal Weapons of the Usual Suspects. Very excited for that match. We've got that. Wait. Actually, ignore me. I scrolled too far.
Whoops.
On Friday the 13th, we have... I was wondering why it was like out of order.
Yeah.
And it wasn't out of order. I looked at it out of order. I'm an idiot. Friday the 13th, we've got Tom and Paul of the Den versus Final Exam of Swag.
Ooh.
So that's going to be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
A good one.
Yeah.
And then also on Friday the 13th, we've got a Schmoedown Throwdown. The undercard, Jen Kemp of the Usual Suspects versus Video Drew of the Dungeon.
Ooh.
And then the main event is the retirement match between Elliot Newberry of Corruption versus Josh McCouga of Swag. Ooh. Loser retires.
Man. So that's 4 matches. But I think we will say that the next episode of Beyond will be only going over the tournament matches. And the following weeks gave everybody ample time because it's a throwdown and not everybody can watch it live, and we get it. So we're going to
be sensitive.
Yeah, so give those people opportunity to watch it. So when that does air, we'll be going over it. So, yeah. So, what was the tournament? It was the
Tom and Paul
versus
Final Exam.
Ooh, Final Exam coming off that loss to the now current teams champions Shazam. Yeah. That got into their way of getting to the title. So now they have another opportunity, but they got to go through some powerhouse teams. And Tom and Paul, they got a lot to say.
I feel like they got a lot to prove here.
They have a lot to prove here because both of them, especially Paul, didn't perform that well.
Not in the singles tournament. Mm-hmm. He just did pretty well in that horror free-for-all.
Yes, yeah.
Tom did a respectable job in the singles tournament. And the last time we saw them together was the infamous Festival Darlings incident. Yeah. So I know that they're probably going to come out, and I know Kate's going to want to prove a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Yeah, can you just the way the season has gone, have you seen how, like, up and down the Den was? Like, the Den was, like, on a hot streak at one point, and then they sort of fizzled and just, like, haven't recovered.
Yeah.
Since they started fizzling. So, I think both the faction and the team have a lot to prove.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited to see them because it's just always so much fun to see both Tom and Paul and Kate. And Final Exam is just... I'm interested to see if Lon comes out as... I'm assuming he's going to come out as the delinquent, and that was just a costume.
Yeah.
But, who knows? Maybe they're trying to do some weird stuff.
Yeah.
We haven't seen the professor in a while, and he just pops up out of nowhere just because Halloween.
Mm-hmm. And Swag needs these points too because again, Corruption is just
trying to catch up, close that gap.
Yeah, right now it's a 3-point race between the top 3 factions. Corruption is like just
3-point race.
Three.
Oh, okay. I was going to say it's not
race.
3 points anymore.
3-faction race. So, but like it's a tall task to try to catch up to Corruption now. So it's really right now it's a battle for second place.
Yeah.
At the moment, but we'll see how things shake out. It's spectacular.
Yes.
So those are the matches that we have to look forward to. Again, we're not going to be talking about the Throwdown until not next week, but the following week. Give everybody else time for that. So I think we'll go ahead and wrap this episode up here. Again, another short episode because it's only one match and not a lot else to talk about.
What are you going to do?
So with that, I think we'll end this episode here. Nicki Dimalanta. Where can they find you online?
Oh, boy.
That is a thinker.
Yeah.
Where do they find you?
Twitter. I think Twitter.
At what handle?
.com at Dimmy.
Oh, you're gonna
DIMMMYYY.
force me to work more by making it curved. As for me, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Drew Dimalanta, DIMALANTA. If you listen on audio form beyond the Schmoedown podcast feed, go ahead and follow us and rate us, please, wherever you find this podcast.
Neither of us can talk today.
Yeah.
Well, if you're watching us on YouTube,
Thank
then you
you.
can like, comment, and subscribe, and then click the bell icon over in that corner down there and see when we do stuff on YouTube.
And we still gotta get that thing done.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been talking about doing this thing forever. We just gotta get it done. It's a great idea. It's just we gotta do some homework.
I feel like lately my days have always just been like, I gotta do this. Yeah, I gotta do that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting we gotta do this, and then I just never do it. But I always talk about doing it, and then I just don't.
The honey-do list keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah. Stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even because this one wouldn't even take that much effort, but whatever. We'll get there one day.
Yeah, but we also are planning on doing another play along. First play along since we've stopped the Patreon page.
Yeah.
So that should be fun. Let us know in the comments what would you like to see. I think I've already gotten a match decided, but for the play alongs, just go ahead and suggest, hey, we'd like to see Nicki play along to this match.
Yeah, who cares? Whatever. I'll crush them all.
And with that, we'll go ahead and end this episode up. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Beyond the Schmoedown. We'll see you next time.